How's it going? It's been a while. So we had the 4th of July. We had the 4th of July, and I thought about going live yesterday, but it didn't really seem like. I just. Sometimes you have to take a holiday for yourself, and I know that most people were probably busy with family, so I didn't want you guys to have to be like, okay, he's live on YouTube. I could step away and check out the stream or spend time with family, so. Good morning to everyone. My phones are doing horrible on Perk, so I switched them all to UTV. So that's pretty much what I'm about to do. If we don't see something happen with Perk that switches this stuff around, I'm going to take all of my Perk devices and switch my... I really don't want to do that, because you do have these time periods with Perk whenever it doesn't really want to work right. It's like it'll work good for a second, for weeks at a time, and then out of nowhere you'll have these spells where everything will crash. The only thing that separates that from this instance that I'm having right now, so Big B69 Ti is having a decent time with Perk. I'm currently not. Like, I'm having some major issues over here with Perk. And I have for like 6-7 days now. So I don't know what it is they're currently doing with the application as far as maybe it's a location-based scenario. So there's 2 people saying the Perk is working well for them. Like I've had so many issues with Perk. Mainly, like App Trailers is currently working fine for me, but Perk TV Live, and Perk Word Search are doing next to nothing for me right now. So it's like I'll see an advertisement will pop up out of those applications, and then out of nowhere it'll play 1 or 2 different advertisements, and then boom, it's done. It's like instantly done. So trying to really understand that. So at least it's good to know that that's not every single person's scenario, though. But yeah, App Trailers is currently working well for me. I may consider taking some of these phones and switching them over to different Perk applications. Is one thing that I could do. But I would like to move over to something that I know I'm not going to have an issue with. I'm not going to have to sit there and put all sorts of effort into. I've only been running App Trailers because it's working so good. Yep, App Trailers is currently the only thing that's working well for me. So Figgle is the only Perk app working correctly. It's just like it's a mix-up here. Some people are having 0 issues, and some people are having major issues. I feel like a lot of people are having major issues across the board, though. This is definitely not like Perk. This is not like them. 4th of July was alright. It was good. We had some food. So yeah, I'd planned to go live yesterday, but it wasn't one of those days that I really... I'm very random, guys. I'll do things very randomly here, so... I feel like there are a few topics that we could cover, though. I'd like to stay on topic with this Perk scenario and see how many people are having the same issue, and the people that are having the same issue, what their plans are as far as, like, what is the point that you say that you are officially done? You know, it's like Perk has treated me so well for so long. At what point do I have to sit here and say, I'm done with this, I cannot do this anymore, it's time to switch over to some different applications? I decided to switch over to UTV. Really, that was just to test out the application, though, and to see if it was any better than Ulotto, just to see if it was better. And, I mean, it's like it maybe is a little bit better, but I'm not sure if it's significantly better than Ulotto for me. So, good morning to everyone once again. See, App Trailers runs out of points faster nowadays after like 6 hours or so. It's crazy, man. Bro, right now I'm doing 3 surveys and watching your live stream, one using virtual machine and the other is on my MacBook Pro. That's awesome. So I'm assuming you've kept that same routine of, you know, checking out your surveys, doing surveys daily, and adding up your surveys and writing everything down, which is very smart. Perk TV Live is the worst app. I would get points for 2 minutes, then it stops. Yeah, I mean, my thing is, I could at least, for me, I would see like a couple of different, out of my 5 Perk TV Lives, I would see like a couple of them would crash, like 2 to 3 of them would stay going for up to 24 hours. I'd at least have one that would go for 24 hours, one that would crash within 3 to 5 hours. But I've never seen this application launch, play one advertisement, and then boom, go straight back to a black screen. Now, I know that we are at the end of a quarter for this year, and they say that at the end of quarters is whenever your earnings drop drastically with these companies. Also, I noticed, guys, and this is some interesting information, I noticed that through my earnings system on my website, I could see that earnings do drop right at the beginning of a month. I've noticed that consistently with Engage Me TV. So that may be some very useful information for you guys that are trying to make some money out of Engage Me TV. I do notice that the earnings do go down, but then they gradually pick back up throughout the month. Which is pretty interesting. So see what we have here, though. But right now I'm doing 3 surveys. We got that one. Shame the Perk apps were my bread and butter. I don't think that Perk is dead. I think that, you know, they've had their issues in the past. I'll say this. I definitely don't think the application is dead. They have a long ways to go. So I would see them coming out with a new app. That's what I would see them doing. Like, they'll eventually come out with more applications. I feel like this is just a drought. This is like the worst drought that I've ever seen with Perk, but it is. It's a drought. So shame the Perkcast. We got that one. Yes, the virtual machine helps a lot using it on Windows 7. Perk TV Live is running flawlessly on my iOS devices. That's interesting. And that's maybe where it's good to have, like, as far as diversifying diversifying the phones that you have, so you can test out different applications on a variety of different types of phones versus just having the same kind of phones. And also, you know, all these people that are currently going for those rootable devices, we need to get these root-worthy devices. We need rootable devices. And then to have a person that has this kind of scenario that, boom, they have these iOS devices, which is really not recommended for doing this stuff, but it turns out that's helping them. So diversifying your phones, that you can see how that can play a giant part and how you can actually earn more throughout the month. And that's why I really like these streams, because I have people that will hop in, they will share a piece of information that is useful, it goes to everybody, and then if I find some useful information, I share that with you guys, but then you guys all get to come directly to the stream, and you get to share the information that you've accumulated. You know, so I've learned so much from you guys, and especially from these live streams. I really, honestly, guys, I don't know what phone farming would really be like without having these live streams. You know, irregardless, like, the live streams are so necessary for this to get information across to everybody really quickly. So it's you know, I'll shout this out right here in the stream. I'd love to see some of the other YouTubers that currently have phone farming channels. I know that there are some guys that are out here, they're currently working on their channels. I would love to see them start doing their own live streams. I feel like, you know, I'm not one to sit here. I'm not trying to hog the center of anything and be the spotlight here for any sort of scenario. Just because I've done these live streams does not mean that other phone farmers could not start these live streams. I'd love to go and visit another phone farming live stream, and, you know, just to see what everybody else has to say, what other YouTubers that are currently phone farming and making money this way, what they are like, what their channels are like. So Perk is fine here in Louisville. U-apps are where earnings are dismal here. 175 cash out for June and almost 20 again this month. So yeah, apps are actually working really well for me right now. It's the only thing that's making up for the fact that everything else is doing kind of really poorly. So it's not working on my Android phones. Perk TV Live is running flawlessly on my. We got that one. Um, yeah, Jerry Dome. I don't want him in my streams, and that's my own personal right to not want him in my streams. So getting past that, he's also not in my group. So. And he keeps hopping back into my streams under different names, creating new accounts to try and get back into the streams. Joe, if you're currently watching, I would appreciate it if you would quit. I have not reported you. That would probably be the next step. So, exactly, the love streams help so much, and glad you didn't lose a finger last night. So yeah, we there were a ton of fireworks that were going off. So. Yep, lots of current YouTube channels that are popping up for phone farming. I feel like I opened this gateway. So I think that maybe there were a few people that saw, the main phone farming channel of YouTube that thought about doing this. They were like, well, I could start a phone farming YouTube channel. I think there were a couple of guys that had videos up that before I even uploaded videos about this stuff. I feel like there was one guy, something Wesley Cravens or something like that. He has a video with like thousands of views. There were a few different people. So I love your content. Really learning. Just wanted to say hi. Well, hello to you and welcome to the stream. If this is your first time into a stream, then definitely welcome to the stream. Yeah, that's him, man. Like I said, I'm not going to discuss anything that has to do with that here on my channel, man. So, what's going on with Perk? It's like, man, I feel like the drama thing just comes in so many waves here on YouTube. But, I'm persistent, guys. I'm not going to give up on this channel. So... I'm like whack-a-mole. Alright, so at that point, I'm going to have to report this guy. He needs to stop. It's like a form of harassment here. I'm going to keep going. People cannot, I can't be kept down. It's momentary setbacks. It's going to be 3-4 years from now, 40,000 subs to 100,000 subs, somewhere in that area, and I'll just be looking back at all of the petty, stupid stuff. And like when you have grown people that act like 2-year-olds, I cannot fathom what possesses a person to act so blatantly childish. But once I get this taken care of, we can continue on with the stream. So. Hey, what's up, man? Alright, so Cash Magnet points still consistent. I'm getting around 10 the last month. I'm not currently running Cash Magnet. I currently do not run the application. Crypto Legends said keep it up, keep it going. So, whoo, I'm gonna keep it going, man. Till I'm dead in the ground. I've been following your channel for quite a while, have been educated through your videos. Is there any harm in applying for AdSense Media, or are there any precautions? Great question. I'm so glad that you asked this question. I do plan to do 2 other videos we still have to do. I did one video, I'm sure you guys were able to see that pretty recently, that talked about how you could set up a Get Paid To website, kind of like the things that you need to do before you even go about setting up a Get Paid To website. So the second part of that video series that I'm doing here on my channel is going to consist around WordPress. I'm going to give you guys a basic idea for WordPress. We're going to talk about my hosting. I had a question in one of my comments on one of my videos that asked about hosting, where I picked up my hosting. I currently have hosting through SiteGround. I picked up the name of my website through Namecheap. So we are going to talk about just that. We're going to talk about how you can get your hosting. We're going to talk about how you can pick up the domain name of your website, and then from there we're going to talk about exactly how you work with WordPress. I'm going to give you guys a tour of the WordPress dashboard, what it's like to work with the dashboard. I'm going to give you guys a recommendation for as far as your theme. You can pick up a WordPress theme. You can get some paid ones. Some are better than others. I'm going to give you guys a recommendation for which one to pick up that would be really decent for having a Get Paid To website. And then finally, our third video is going to talk about AdSense Media. It's going to talk about Do Good Media. It's going to talk about a variety of different offer walls. We covered the offer walls that are decent already on this channel. I did a video that talked about the best offer walls. If you haven't seen that video, I really recommend that you check out that video. It talks about the best overall offer walls that you can choose from to earn with. So in that video, we will discuss in depth exactly how you would go about having these on your website. I'm going to show you guys a way to do it without having to have any knowledge for coding, for scripting at all whatsoever. So yeah, pretty much that'll be the gist of those three videos. And I'll say this, if you guys are currently looking into setting up a website like this, it's doable. I mean, I have a background for working with websites to some extent, but I don't have a background for working with coding, working with various different types of scripting. But I was still able to do this. If I can do this, you guys can do this. So I'll say this though, to answer that question a little better, if you were to apply for AdSense Media, you have got to have something that you have planned to do with it. So you've got to have, they'll have an area where you can message and say why you want to partner with AdSense Media, and you should be prepared that whenever you try to partner with them to say, well, I have a website, this is how I plan to drive traffic to my website. Yo, brother, you got an ETA on making money in YouTube. Thank you, brother. Making money in YouTube. Estimated time of arrival for making money in YouTube. I'm trying to understand, what are you specifically asking? Now, as far as if you're asking me when I will start doing videos about making money with YouTube, that's something I'd really like to get into. So if I've got a comment here that says I'd like to know more about how I monetize a YouTube channel, how I start doing these things for myself, that verifies that I need to start doing some videos about this specific topic. So, which is very doable. Even here in 2018, even with the countless different YouTube channels, I feel like any person could do this. And I'd love to help somebody out there to do it. It's pretty loud. Turn that down just a bit. Today I'm going, when I get my replacement battery from Amazon, will try to fix it myself on the iPhone 5 for the first time. That's interesting. So something you could consider doing is picking up the iFixit toolkit. That has helped me out a lot. Like I probably have fixed a variety of different laptops, fixed a couple of different phones and a tablet, but that definitely paved the way. So Swagbucks killed my laptop fan. For some reason I can actually believe that. Yeah, I got a haircut, so I do good with Cash Magnet, around 30 a month, almost at the 100 mark with Cash Magnet. The last stream you did say you were gonna I was talking about either one of two things, either talking about monetizing a YouTube channel or talking about setting up a Get Paid To website. It seemed like people were more interested in learning about how to set up a Get Paid To website. But there's a variety of different things that I could talk about as far as setting up a channel. Like we could talk about the thumbnails, we could talk about how you edit videos, we could talk about, kind of the idea of your channel, like what you would like to do as far as your channel. We could talk about how you can branch out into various forms of content that are already on YouTube, how you could put your own unique kind of feel on that type of content to make it something different. So there's an endless amount of things we could talk about. The analytics side of YouTube, your creator studio, how you navigate around YouTube, setting up a banner for your channel, setting up a logo for your channel, linking different things on your channel, in your videos, in-screen annotations, doing an intro, doing an outro. So, it's an endless amount of topics that we could talk about as far as monetizing a YouTube channel. We could talk about the new goals that you currently have with YouTube to make it to that point. So that's an endless amount of things that we could discuss as far as YouTube and becoming a creator. So, like, believe me, guys, whenever I say that I've done my research as far as setting up a channel and getting to this point of monetization, it took a lot of research. It took hours of research, days of research, days of creating videos. Sounds are very interesting. Thanks for answering my question. I look forward to part 3. Yeah, part 2 and 3 should be very interesting, especially if you have this goal. If you'd like to do something besides run some applications and make $400 or $500 a month. So I know some people, they do this on like a large scale. They do it on a giant scale with hundreds, over 100 smartphones. And they're the ones that are making something actually really fairly substantial out of this scenario. Like I currently have towards like altogether all of my devices combined, I have towards 80 some odd different devices. I'd have to count it all again. But at the same time, I'm currently mining Bitcoin. So I have other forms of revenue. And this is what I try to encourage people to sit here and think about. There's so many other opportunities besides applications and using these websites. There's branching out into setting up a channel like this if you can do it the right way. There's creating an application like this or a website like this. There's branching out into possibly mining Bitcoin or picking up cloud mining contracts. There's, as far as like selling products, that's an area that I don't have a lot of knowledge, but I feel like I could learn that. I could set up my own stores here online. Literally, I could put up a store on my website right now if I wanted to, but that's something that I'd rather sit here and research before I branch out into that specific area. As far as websites go, we could definitely talk about how you can get AdSense onto your website and generate revenue that way as well. Lots of different topics. Anything stopping me from... What applications would you suggest for international people? There's very, very few applications that are actually international applications. So if I had to point you in the right direction, there's a lot of people that would tell you a very specific app right here in the stream that a lot of people would probably say Cash Magnet. But also you could check out the website. It's called Net Business Rating to look into applications and websites that are available to your location. And I do know that Beer Money Forum is a good area that you can go and look for information for making some money online. It may not be from applications, but you can still make some money online that way. I also know that people are able to set up Fiverr accounts and work on Amazon MTurk. Outside of the United States. So you can offer a service up online, you could offer your services or browse through different, on Amazon MTurk, different jobs that you can take, and people are able to do that outside of the United States. Now I know that some people have issues getting set up with a Fiverr account and getting set up with an Amazon MTurk account to be able to do those things outside of the United States. So it's just kind of like a 50-50 chance as far as whether it's available to your location or it's not. See what we have here. Is there anything stopping me from setting up more than one site using AdSense? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You could have multiple different websites with AdSense. I'll say this. I'm not 100% sure of their limitations, but I do know that you can have more than one website. You should be able to set up more than one website. They're looking at this scenario, from what I understand, is if you're able to generate the right amount of revenue, they're going to make money. So why would they stop you from setting up a website? I do know that a lot of people that are setting up these sites, they set up applications to go with them. So it's like for myself, whenever I do launch my application, eCash TV, once that is finally going, I'm going to have AdSense Media directly on my application. So I'll also have AdSense Media going on my website as well as my application. But we do plan to have other offers on the application itself as well. Is there anything? Got that. Do you know why today I tried to do the survey and most or all been saying I'm disqualified? It's very overwhelming on Earning Station. I can't say very specifically as far as Earning Station goes, so I believe I haven't reviewed that website on my channel. I keep hearing it though. I hear information about this website. I may check it out and see what it's all about as far as doing those surveys, test out a few different surveys. If you don't qualify for those surveys, though, no life, I don't know if you're currently using branded surveys, but they actually will offer you a point. And maybe I think in the last stream someone mentioned that. So they'll give you a point irregardless. You'll get a point out of that scenario. So you won't go through a survey and not qualify for it and get nothing. So that happens to people quite a bit. Might have been making too much money on the site or something. That's a possibility. It may have slowed you down. So in that case, that's where I would look for another website. I'd branch out to other websites. I run 2 phones on Swagbucks during the day, 1 phone running Cash Magnet during the night. I make about $60 a month. Not much, but it's something. Hey, every little bit counts in this scenario. If you're making towards 60 a month out of an app, then you're doing a couple of apps. That's pretty good. So happy for finding this site, eCash. You've helped me. You're very welcome. Very welcome. Can't wait for eCash TV. It's going to be pretty interesting whenever I do launch this application. So I'm currently looking into a few different things. As far as the U Lotto scenario, I really respect these the U apps. I really respect them. They're going strong. Think about that. So the U Lotto applications are currently working. The Perk applications are having all of these issues. So think about it like that. If you have Perk having all of these issues, and then a company is here like, okay, we're still paying people, and don't get me wrong, the U Lotto applications have some drops as far as how much they earn on a monthly basis, but at least we don't have to deal with all of these black screens, back-to-back crashing, and it's consistent. So that's really what I would like to base the idea of my application off of. Perk, okay, they've always been a nuisance. I'll just say that. Perk has always been a nuisance about how you work with these applications. There's a few different bad things I could say about Perk. Now, we still get some money out of that scenario, but they make us all suffer to get that money out of Perk. They definitely make us suffer. See what we have here. You can run hundreds of websites from one AdSense. Well, this is AdSense Media that we're talking about, not AdSense. They will flag websites with bad ad placement. See, he was asking about AdSense Media. So, and a lot of people get that confused. AdSense and then AdSense Media is who oversees S'mores and Engage Me TV. So, appropriate ads, which can result in suspension. Yeah, so you're 100% right though. As far as AdSense goes, you could have multiple different websites, and that's actually one area that I'm going to be branching out into in the future. So if we look at AdSense from the aspect that if you can create a bunch of like a variety of different websites to get a little bit of revenue out of on a monthly basis. If you think about having maybe 20, I'm trying to think of the best context that I could put this into. If you find a topic that someone is very interested in, and you also have the scenario of finding, guys, so like information in my brain is like so fragmented whenever it comes to, as far as AdSense goes, you've got AdWords. So you can rank your websites higher by setting up backlinks for your website. And once you have your website set up with backlinks, it's going to rank it up in Google. And there's good ways to go about that and bad ways to go about that. There's other ways to get your website ranked up in Google. I'm just trying to think of what order to put this information in to where it would be easy for a person. That's maybe a topic for a different day as far as setting, but it's true. You can set up multiple different websites with AdSense. You've got to have websites that offer someone something. I encourage you guys, if you haven't checked out the YouTube channel, it's called The Lazy Ass Stoner. So that will give you a lot of information. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of that YouTube channel. And he hasn't uploaded any content in a very, very long time. This guy, he basically dropped off the face of the earth. Like, he just totally disappeared. He uploaded so many videos to YouTube and then disappeared. But he is kind of where I got the ideas to start getting into website creation to monetize websites. And probably without ever seeing those videos on his channel, I probably would never have my website currently. Like I wouldn't have continuously pursued information for making money online through YouTube, which led me to other YouTube channels, if that makes sense. So, let me get back to some of these other questions, though. I like your thumbnail. Gave me a chuckle. I thought it was pretty funny. Perk's down for me as well. What's up? What's up to you as well? I'm surprised that so many people are currently on right now. It's early in the morning, but we have quite a few people that are currently watching, so that's a good thing. Everybody's relaxing after the 4th of July, so. Had a quick question for you. What would you recommend for 3 laptops, 2 desktops, a tablet, and 7 phones if you strictly want PayPal? Bad situation right now, or I'd say crypto. Okay, so that's a difficult question to sit here and answer, but I believe I can give you a fairly decent one. I do know that people have reported, as far as the U-apps go, that they are able to cash out with PayPal. It does say that you'll have a wait to cash out to PayPal. If you really strictly wanted PayPal, though, I would encourage you to put one device over on Rewardable. And some people have reported that you can maybe still run 7 devices with Rewardable. So then you can also have a website running the Rewardable website, and they cash out directly to PayPal. It's either that or you would check out the U applications, then you can cash out with the U applications to PayPal. Take those 2 desktops and then run those desktops on Earn Honey. That's pretty much my overall recommendation. People have mixed experiences with Earn Honey, but I do know Earn Honey cashes out to a virtual Visa. They cash out to PayPal. They cash out to Bitcoin. And for me, they are currently paying. So Earning Stations about 4 months ago was paying off really good, then dropped their surveys to like 25 cents for 45 minutes. Yeah, Earning Station has gone really bad. That's too bad, man. Too bad. Hey, bro, does your site stop us if we make so much money? To my knowledge, it does not stop anyone. I've noticed with Engage Me TV, and this is why it's so great to have somebody that's actually doing these streams that's currently working with AdSense Media on their website. Nobody else is doing this. You don't see anybody that's talking about AdSense Media having a website like this. This is another thing that I feel like for my channel, it's useful information. I noticed that AdSense Media, Engage Me TV, the earnings drop at the end of the month. So the first of the month, the last day of the month, your earnings drop, and then they slowly start to pick back up. So the earnings are normally better towards mid-month than going towards the end of the month. the first of the month, I've noticed this dive in earnings. So, exercise, we got that, Mr. eCash. But let me go ahead and say no. My website does not have a limitation as far as earnings. You're only limited to the 3 devices that you can run on Engage Me TV. And then what effort you put into getting Engage Me TV to run and, for yourself throughout the month. Mr. eCash, what's up? Yeah, man, just at the park playing Pokemon Go, listening to you guys in the background. You rock, Mr. eCash. I appreciate it, man. Pokemon Go, man. Everybody tried to get me into playing Pokemon Go. I was just wasn't really for me. But I played, my last experience with Pokemon was Pokemon Red, Yellow, Blue, and Silver. Whenever I was really young. So, watching in 144p. Thanks for posting this. Yeah, man, base. U-Lotto is better. I miss the old days of Perk. The old days of Perk, man. I wish those days would come back. How much do you make a month from phone farming? So right now, as far as like my profits right now off of phone farming, I'm probably averaging right around like, with everything that I'm doing, if I had to tell you, it's hard to sit here and say that because I run websites as well. If I had to tell you as far as my applications, earnings are down for Perk for me. So I question how much I'll do this month. But I do know that I'm still killing it with U-Lotto UTV and U Rewards. So I'll probably make right around like, if things change within this month, I can't really say. I made around $400 last month off of everything that I'm running as far as last month goes. But see what we have here. So earnings are definitely down. I'm going to be the first person that will tell you that flat out, that if somebody's telling you they're making $2,000, $1,500, unless they have multiple different internet connections that they're currently running multiple different accounts, Perk accounts and U-Lotto accounts, that would be the only way that you would get above $1,000 a month. So I was experiencing heavy black screens with Perk, and I just switched web-based earning sites, and yes, I was referred to AdSend Media. So you switched those heavy black screens with Perk. I just switched web-based earning sites, referred to AdSend Media. So you got referred to an AdSend Media-based website, or you were referred as far as setting up AdSend Media? Because AdSend Media itself does have a referral system. So that's one thing that I will definitely be talking about in my third and final video. We'll talk about the fact that AdSend Media does have a referral system. You could also have somebody help them out to make a website with AdSend Media. And then if they start generating some income, you'll earn a portion of income from that scenario. I'm going to get into U-Lotto, but it always tells me to restart my phone. I restarted and the message still pops up. Man, that's frustrating. It's frustrating. What's your Orange Assassin? What's your current location? Do people think you're crazy when they walk in and see your wall full of phones? Anthony C., I think a lot of people, they see these phones and they don't. I would say yes. I would say a lot of people actually, they see the phones and they either think one of two things, like something bad is going on, like what's this person doing with all these phones? There's probably a few different conclusions. They think maybe this person sells smartphones, they have a smartphone store, but why are all these phones running and doing this? They probably think something along the lines of, this is dangerous, the electricity, and it's going to set things on fire, and they don't really understand that it doesn't consume barely any electricity to run these phones. Your chances of starting a fire, if you know what you're doing as far as having these phones set up to not overdrawing power, is the big thing with your power strips and also your USB hubs. If you don't overdraw the power on those, there's no way that you can burn any plastic, etc. So a lot of people, they just, I think they're more curious than anything. I think that's probably the biggest thing. They'd like to know what it's really all about. So we watch you because you're honest about phone farming. I appreciate that very much, man. The earnings are definitely down. Like I don't care what anybody says. I have a decent amount of phones, more than a decent amount of phones, and a decent amount of websites that I'm currently using laptops. So it's just, it's how it is. Like, will things change? That's the big question. There's also other opportunities that I feel like some people are currently neglecting. There is the fact that we talked about ad fund. I keep getting emails from, well, he's becoming somewhat of a friend of mine. So I'll say he's a really cool guy. In fact, oh, you're in the stream. There you are. But I received an email that discussed how you could let everybody know right now, man, the fact that you were paid from ad fund. I feel like people should hear this. He was Break It, Make It Better here was paid from ad fund. He received it. He's receiving $25 payments every single week from ad fund. So there's other opportunities that we can currently pursue that, you know, it's having a system of structure. And I feel like it should be said that it remains to be seen what's going to happen with these applications next year. Will we see a new application that popped up? That's a good question. Will we see more applications that pop up? I know I'm going to put every bit of effort that I currently have into creating an application that's very similar to the U applications. That's my ultimate goal. I want to set up an application that's very, very similar to their apps. I know their ad providers. That's one. I know their ad providers. So if by knowing their ad providers, and if I can come up with an idea that's going to be very useful to you guys, you have to have something more to offer people than just an endless amount of videos. I know that's what everybody wants, but I feel like the ad providers are going to want to see something more than just an application that launches advertisements back to back to back. So I've got to have, and that's where AdSense Media for me comes into play. I'll be able to put AdSense Media, Engage Me TV on that application as well. So it'll be like, well, I'm partnered with this company for advertising. So why wouldn't you partner with me as well? So that's what we're betting on here, to try and get the same ad partners that Lotto currently has. So bro, it's summer. I'm always going to wake up at 6 a.m. and start doing online surveys and apps. Is it possible to buy ads from Keep Rewarding? As far as Keep Rewarding and purchasing advertisements, I'm not 100% sure. That's something that maybe I could look into, though. On Saturday, I'm going to ride my bicycle to the bicycle shop on Saturday to get brakes repaired, as well to take me 22 miles round trip. And that's healthy. So my perk drop. I don't. 1 second, guys. 4,867 subs, man. I'll say this: if we can get to that 5,000 mark, which we will. But when we make it to that 5,000 mark, that's whenever I will definitely announce the giveaway winner here. My perk dropped from 150 Tuesday to like 70 cents yesterday. That's rough. So I guess it's, I've been sitting at $48, $49 in perk for like 3-4 days now. And this is why I'm so frustrated. App trailers is the only thing that is actually pulling in some sort of revenue. Everything else is crashing, going to black screens. So, what's going on with Perk, man? What is going on with Perk? But it will change. I really believe that. We're going to get like a week from now to, so many days from now, Perk will be, they must have like a kill switch. That's the only thing that I can put together in my mind, is that Perk currently has some sort of a system to where they can stop these applications from functioning the way that they normally function. That's the only thing that makes sense. They have a kill switch for their applications, and they just flip it off. When they don't want us to earn so much, they flip that kill switch, and that's it. So, numbers really go up in the next few months. We'll definitely know. We'll definitely know. What frustrates me is I think that it's possible, I think that it's possible that the people that have created these applications have followed these YouTube channels. They've followed this information online for how much we're all making. And I think that over time they have decided to kind of tighten the grip on, they think that we're, oh man, any channel that was out here promoting the fact that, you were making so much money doing this. It never, I don't think it was really like that ever. I don't think that people were ever making just a massive amount of money doing this. And maybe there is this scenario to where it should have stayed just a little bit more hush-hush. You know, it should have been kept a little bit, as far as like some of that information should have stayed on the down low, so these companies wouldn't have tightened the noose like they currently have. Like if you look at Super Pop Quiz, whenever that was running at its prime, you were definitely making over $10 a month passively. I struggle now to get Super Pop Quiz to make $10 a month. So, laptop and desktop, I download. Might have missed something up here. Someone says they're currently in Florida. Going, Pokemon Go is still popular. I didn't think Perk app trailers would be this bad. I used to average 50 a day just last year on the old app trailers. That's crazy, man. With laptop and desktop, I download BlueStacks to use Vigil and Perk, and it works perfectly. Try it, everybody. That's awesome. I don't see any harm in setting up several sites under the referral system. Cameron Mallard. Yeah, that is one thing. As far as like running your virtual machines, like people have mixed things that they say about these virtual machines, and it goes to show, like I just did a video about using a virtual machine with some of these applications. I looked up information surrounding Ulotto. I had people tell me that Ulotto is currently running for them on a virtual machine. They weren't having any issues. They were cashing out and getting paid. And I do know, as far as like Cash Magnet goes, the person that literally submitted this video to my channel, he cashed out. And of course, this is what I was told. But I mean, I trust this guy. You know, I would not have put his video up on my channel. I trust him 100%. So he told me he was able to cash out while running a virtual machine of Cash Magnets. So I think it's just like a 50-50 chance that maybe you could sit here and try and run some of the applications on phones, 1 or 2 phones, and then do a virtual machine with like 6, 7 more. I'm just saying, maybe that will help you to not be banned. There's all these different scenarios, man. I can say that. Like, some people say one thing and other people will say another thing, but who really knows, man? Who knows? Alright, so might have froze up here. Alright, here we go. Do you think iPhone 5 battery replacement will be easy to fix with do-it-yourself? I think honestly, it should be pretty simple. And you know that there's a tutorial on YouTube. As far as replacing that battery, there is a tutorial. The question is whether it was your iPhone 5, and if someone has locked that iPhone 5. Like, if it was yours, then you should be okay, but you might have, like, the iCloud lock, that scenario. BlueStacks is a VPN cloud. You can't use it. Had a serviceman come for my appliance and called when he was nearby and asked, "Are you the lady with the cell phone?" That's interesting. So that... he was interested to see what it was all about. He was like, this person is making money, so why wouldn't I take some sort of an interest in making some money this way? This is the thing. Like, people are hopping into this. There's still people. Okay, I'll say this. My girlfriend, she was. I'm trying to think of where she was. I think she was outside of Toys R Us, and someone said that they were picking up shelves and they were carrying the shelves out, and it was about to start pouring rain. It started pouring rain on them, and I can't remember what happened that brought that into conversation, but they said something about they were phone farming. So this is here in my location, like right where I'm at. People were picking up racks to set up these phones. This was so many months ago. So making $5 a day with Perk without running it 24/7. That's like, some people are having a really good scenario here. I wish that was my case. I really do. I had a serviceman come in. We got that one. App trailers and Vigil is all I can use right now. Perk is reorganizing and retooling San Angelo, Texas. It's interesting. Don't use Nox Player. It slowed my computer and now I can't delete it. Like, what? How can you not delete Nox? Like, there's always a way to remove anything off of a computer. There's always, even if it's a virus. I've handled some of the most malicious, annoying, redundant kinds of viruses, and I've removed them by hand without having to use a virus removal software. So, the only thing with virtual machines, it will use a lot of RAM and power and can run your computer hot if it's utilizing a lot of it. I can understand that scenario, but I currently also have a gaming laptop. I have two different gaming desktops. They can handle pretty much anything I throw at it. So, battery replacement is coming in today. That's awesome. A friend of mine bought a kit on Amazon and did it. He's not the biggest phone tech repairman. He was here 2 times prior, and he was in Queens, New York. Earn Doing is great. Thanks for the video. So yeah, Cameron Mallory. Sorry about that. Earn Doing is a very interesting website, and the fact that it's in beta stage. Man, we caught that website whenever it was in a beta stage. It's still in a beta stage, but there's literally no information about that website other than the video that's here on my channel. I feel like it's a decent website. It's got quite a few different opportunities that you can make some money. So, and their referral system is actually pretty decent. Can you imagine the ads locations you get in New York City? From Queens. I'm sure that it's a massive amount of advertisements out there. I would assume that California, Florida, New York City, any of these major locations. How many instances of BlueStacks are you running? I remember there's a limit between 5 or 6. I go to uninstall Nox Player and it keeps opening and it tells me to close the application to uninstall, rinse and repeat. Okay, so what I would tell you, Chris M18, I would tell you to go into this location of all of the files for Nox. It's going to be located somewhere in your C drive. Once you've found the location that it's actually installed, start deleting different files. Delete all of the files. If you go to Windows and you type in add remove programs, that may be where you're trying to uninstall it. But there's ways to remove files from your computer directly from your computer itself. And then from there, after you've removed a few different files, that's where I would tell you to try and go to add remove once again. So there might be a corrupt file that's currently in there that's keeping you from removing it from your computer. So as far as Nox though, it's definitely not a virus. So that's an interesting scenario that you're currently going through. Man, I have a list of just endless amounts of videos, guys. My God. Like, so many videos that I could put up on my channel here. The thing is, I'd like to try and go about doing these videos the right way. So I've really tried to put a lot more effort into the thumbnails for my channel. I feel like it's the biggest aspect of YouTube as far as getting someone to check out your content. It all boils down to what they see on the thumbnail. And also as far as your tags, whenever you put in your tags for your video, the description of your video, the title of your video, and it has to offer someone something as far as a form of content that is going to provide them some form of use. So just watch for this hidden head, no problems. Hold down shift when you reboot to boot into safe mode. What's up, Razor? Man, how are you, man? You've been in like a multitude of my streams, man. That's actually really cool. Glad to have you back. You also submitted your farm to the channel. That was much appreciated. We've had quite a few people in the stream that have submitted their farms. And I really enjoyed the latest submission that we got. The latest submission was really well done. As far as the rack itself that the phones are sitting on in that video. I mean, you guys have really been cool. Really have been cool. You come over here to the stream. I'm going to check out the stream really quick. The thumbnail for this stream was literally hilarious. We have 42 different people that are currently watching. I'll say this for anyone that's watching and you're currently new to my channel. We discuss tons of ways to make money online. It literally has gotten ridiculous at this point. It really has. Like, oh man. So we talk about paying smartphone applications. We talk about information that surrounds cryptocurrencies. We talk about my mining setup here in my home. I have a monetized website that I'm making money out of. And of course, I'm monetized here on YouTube. We discuss how you can possibly do these things for yourself. We're going, I feel like this is a highlight. This is a moment this should be highlighted here on my channel currently, is the fact that I am going to show you guys how to set up a website like this. I mean, I'm going to hand you guys the keys. I'm literally doing that. I'm going to hand the keys over to the world for how I was able to set up this website. So if you follow the steps that are going to be in steps 1, 2, and 3, part 1, 2, and 3, the videos that I'm launching onto my channel, I guarantee you will be able to do this for yourself. So and this is without, once again, I said this towards the beginning of the stream itself. We talked about the fact that I set up this Get Paid To website without having to have the knowledge for coding and scripting. So if you don't have a talent for that, that's okay. I'm going to show you guys the most simple way that I was able to do this. I mean, there's some brilliant, brilliant people out there that, of course, maybe they want some monetary incentive. We've discussed this a little bit here in my group. I had a couple of people that asked me who was able to help me to set up my website. Guys, at this point, oh man, like I enjoy my streams. I really do. As far as AdSense media goes, I'll say this. My website has currently paid for itself. And then, I mean, at this point, if I ever shut down my website, if I ever decided to just be done with it, I mean, all of the money would come back. Period. That's a done deal. Like, but I've passed up the point of investment. What I invested into setting up this website, and now I'm making so many hundreds of dollars every single month. So this is the information that I don't care. People can hate me for mentioning Joe from the Tech Slugs, but this is the kind of information that he doesn't share. He's not sharing this information. I am. Like, but it's just a fact. Like he currently has his monetized website. I would guarantee that his website probably earns more than my website with the fact that it's been around longer. But at the same time, I want you guys to know what this is all about. I want to show you how this is doable for any person. Like I said, the channels that have popped up here on YouTube, they can be doing this. Even the ones that I don't really share the same views, the same opinions with, the ones that maybe I'm not currently getting along with some of the people, the fellow YouTubers that have phone farming channels, they could even do this. And more power to them if they actually do this and they're able to make some money this way. So, but I want to show you guys. And I'm willing to bet that even the channels that don't necessarily like eCash Society and what we're doing here, and they don't necessarily agree with me, or You know, the ones that have had their issues, they're probably still going to come and watch these videos. And they're probably still going to possibly use the information that I provided here on my channel to make money. So, and more power to them if they do that. So, for those that are out there that, you know, I'm trying to think of the best way to put it. This channel is useful. That's where I should stop. It's like I know it is at this point. I understand how integral my channel is to the world of phone farming. So, like, that's just a fact at this point. Is anybody else going to tell you guys how to set up a website with AdSense Media? Somebody show me a channel that's doing this. Someone show me a channel that's doing the things that I'm currently doing. You guys show me that, I'll shut up. So far, no cap on videos with Earn doing, just doing 3 devices. That's interesting. What's the other guy up here? No Life. He's using a multitude of websites. I feel like that's a website that would really be up his alley, because it has all of these different opportunities to make some money that are a little bit different. It's one of these obscure websites that you don't see many websites like that. So I thought Earn Doing was actually really decent. Also use 3 phones for Vigil. Earn great. Ad fun stopping adding points for me. Are you having this problem? I'm currently not having that issue with AdFun, but I'm also not running the multitude of devices that some people are currently running with AdFun. I'm still just using one device because I have so much that I need to do. I really do need to check out AdFun further. That's an idea for me as well, honestly, because I'm having so many issues with Perk. Like, it has me to a point where I'm about to fully switch over these Perk devices over to something else. If it's not going to be Ulato applications, which I feel like that's not necessarily the best thing that I could do with my phones, is to put them on more Ulato applications, it would be something like AdFun. eCash, I need to bounce in a bit. When are you planning to publish part 2 and part 3 of the GPT website's setup? Okay, so we'll probably do it... I would say that part 2 will probably be out. So we've got tomorrow, Friday. I do have another phone farm submission I have to get up on the channel probably Friday, either Friday or Saturday. I could say this, within the next week, this upcoming week, I'll have both of those videos up on this channel. So that would be the ultimate goal, is to go ahead and get them up on the channel. You don't want to sit here and do a part 1 and then wait a month and then do a part 2. Here's part 2. That's not the logical way to do this, but I needed to get some content in between 2 and 3, you know, that I'll have to do that. So I would say that probably around either Sunday or Monday will be part 2, and then probably part 3 would be towards the weekend. So we'd have it all finished by this upcoming weekend. Love the community. Haven't bought a phone yet, but I have about $700 to buy a VPN router and X amount of phones, just trying to figure out what else I need. So you definitely want to consider where you're going to place your phones. That's one thing to think about. And then also think about as far as like how you're going to charge these phones. Also look into the fact that a lot of people will use the headphone stoppers. So you could consider doing that, but there's also applications that will just take care of the sound on your phone itself. But if the phone doesn't have a lot of storage, you'll have to consider investing in some headphone stoppers, or you could just go and pick up dollar headphones from the Dollar Tree and do it that way. If you're lazy, you don't like purchasing things from eBay, you don't trust eBay, but eBay has some headphone stoppers, and yeah. Having some extra chargers and the bricks that go for charging your phones, that's going to be important for you as well. You definitely want to have extra. Having more is always better than having less. So stop at 40 phones, but with the deals that I was going on past few weeks, couldn't pass that up. Yeah, so his setup actually was nice. It was a nice setup. Y'all having problems with Perk? Perk TV Live has been running a little smoother the past 2 days. I mean, I can say that it's been slightly better, but it hasn't been much better for me. Like, I've noticed I've been able to get some advertisements to go, whereas it was just going like boom, it would just crash. Boom. So, some advertisements are playing, but it's not like it was. And the first thing I do whenever I wake up is I start all of my phones, you know? And I've noticed this consistent issue. What's up, B-Boy Tech? So, B-Boy Tech, you definitely want to consider going over to your video and explaining how, or you could explain right here in stream as well, the fact that we're going to be launching some videos together, that's one. And then two, also, you did say that you were paid from, with the fact that you were currently running the virtual machine Nox, with Cash Magnet. So we've had quite a few questions about that specifically, and more importantly, over on the video itself, we've had a few people that say that they received a message whenever they were running Nox, or a virtual machine. They didn't really say which virtual machine they were running Cash Magnet with, but they weren't paid. They basically said that they would not be paid for that scenario. Like, they couldn't cash out. So, but you said that you were paid, so it's one of those scenarios. I feel this is why I think it's just like a hit and miss kind of scenario. Like, some people they get away with things and some people don't. It's just whether the person that's running the app, that owns the applications or websites, whether they're paying attention at that point in time, their mood at that given time. Hey bro, I was watching ads to make money say that the person put lemon juice in a person's mouth while they sleep and watching having a sour taste. Laugh out loud, right? Watching ads say that a person put lemon juice in a person's mouth while they sleep. I don't understand, like, the idea that you're trying to, like, I get the joke. It was a practical joke, but when was it that happened? Yes, ad funds slowed down for me. I contacted them, and they are working with the advertisers to get more ads. Just give them a little time. Hopefully they will be back at full speed soon. That's interesting. So maybe that's it, guys. That could be the answer for everything here, that we're currently in a drought. I feel like I probably just got a donation. That sounded like a possible donation, so I'm going to come over here to the actual video itself. I've noticed that if I get donations that are lower than... if it's lower than $2, it doesn't show up over here in the Restream. I use Restream.io. We're currently live on 4 different locations currently. But the chat that comes with Restream does not showcase donations unless they are above a certain dollar amount. So, which I think that's pretty stupid. If you get a donation, you should know. Especially for creators like myself who just have started their YouTube channels. They've just gotten monetized. And, we're not going to get $50 donations. There we go. So I got a 99-cent donation from iOS Cash Tech. Just went to it on my phone. I appreciate the donation very much, man. I know that you have a YouTube channel as well, don't you? iOS Gaming Cash Tech. Seems like I've been to your channel and seen a few videos, so I appreciate you coming over here and showing some support here, man. Thank you very, very much. Let me say this. iOS Gaming Cash Tech. Have you ever considered going live? Do you do live streams on your channel? Yes, ad funds slowed down for me. We got that. Have you used CoinPot faucet for free Bitcoin? I have used CoinPot before. So we did a video about CoinPot. It's actually one of my most popular videos here on YouTube, is how you can mine Bitcoin on the Xbox One. So, which is really, to me, is humorous. It's really just one of those videos that, like, you're not going to make a lot of money mining out of the Xbox One. But we talked about the fact that CoinPot does work on the Xbox One. So If anyone hasn't signed up on Earnably yet, if got a referral link right there. Yeah, man, I appreciate that. And if I see you live, man, I'll tell you what, I'll toss you a sub, man. Let me come over here and toss you a sub. If I see you live, I'll hop into your stream and see what all you have to say, man. Once again, thanks for the patronage, man. I appreciate it. So, I'll toss you a sub there. Oh, but I feel like this is where we might close it out. This should be the end. Because I have a few things I need to do. I want to come over here to my Perk phones. I want to check out my Perk devices. We're at this point. Like, I'm at this point. Either Perk is about to get it together within the next 2 days, or if they don't, then I'm about to switch. I cannot afford to sit here and watch this application just go like this for over a week. Like, we'll be looking forward to your videos. Just out of curiosity, has anyone ran into being rate limited on Earn Crypto? Man, if they are doing something like that, I'll tell you this right here towards the end of the stream. If Earn Crypto is limiting the rates of what people are earning, with the fact that they already pay out so low whenever it comes to Engage Me TV, they take like half of what you make already with Earn Crypto. So I'm sorry, just Earn Crypto is one of these sites that I really don't have a lot of respect for. No, it's one thing to, like in my case, I just started my website, right? Okay, and I take like 30% of that. Think about it like this, okay? So my website, having Engage Me TV, I pay out 0.7. I think I got another donation there. My website pays out 0.7, right? So AdSense Media takes 7% out of the 30% that I'm actually able to keep because I pay out to you guys, right? Out of the 30%, I've already had 2 different rock stars today. I'm about to crack open my third. I've got one sitting right here. The rock stars are here, man. We have a busy day today. So definitely I've already had 2. I'm going for a third today. Jeez. $10 donation, bro. I appreciate that, man. Thank you very, very much. So, iOS Gaming Cash Tech, maybe you want to check him out. Like, I know you have I looked and you have 20K subs, so I appreciate that very, very much. Thank you, man. So I have to come and show you some love on one of your streams, man. I definitely will. You can expect that from me. So, whew. Okay, so I was talking about AdSense Media, and AdSense Media is currently taking 7% of the 20. I get 23% out of the 0.7. So people will say that anything below, there's fantastic websites for AdSense Media. So some people have a variety of different experiences. This will definitely be the last thing that we talk about here. People have a variety of different experiences with these websites. So one AdSense Media website, they might go to it and it doesn't work well for them, but they might go to another website and it works amazing for them. I don't know why it is like that. And AdSense Media, they were in a Twitch stream, recently. One of the CEOs, like he's a co-owner of AdSense Media, was in a Twitch stream. You guys could check out that stream. If you know what I'm talking about, it's Fishering over at Twitch. Is that another donation? What just happened? What's going on, man? I thought about ordering some Death Wish coffee. Whoa! What is going on, man? Are you serious, man? What is going on? I'm at a loss for words right now, man. Or my mind is blown right now. I appreciate that very, very much, man. Yeah, that's mind-boggling. That's easily the largest donation that I've had. Well, no, this is the largest donations I've had on my channel. Ever. Is that a fucking... Oh, I thought it was like... I thought I saw a picture of Trevon James. I was like, what? Oh, man. I'm kind of tripping out right now. So I really appreciate that. Like... That was awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much, man. So... All right, so now that I'm about to fall out of my seat here, so that's cool, man. I will definitely come over to your streams, man. The next time I see you live, now that I'm a subscriber, I'll definitely come over there, and I would definitely shoot a donation out to you as well in stream, because I know it makes a difference here on YouTube. It really does. So, and I feel like the information that I'm putting out here. Good God, guys! If you are able to set up a website like I currently have, I possibly will pave the way for you to make thousands of dollars in the future.
All right.
That's another donation. What's going on, man? Yeah, you guys definitely go toss him a sub, man. That I've not seen something so cool like what's happening right now. What is going on? My mind is blown right now. You should all definitely sub to him, because that's generous. Extremely generous, man. Wow. I tell you what, if you ever need anything at all from me, man, you just let me know. Do not hesitate to let me know that you need something. And this channel has definitely got your back. Yeah, that's super cool. That is 110% cool. He's got to have some money, man. Dude definitely has some cash, so. All right, so there were a few final things that I was going to say with AdSense Media. I'm lost now. I was saying that AdSense Media is paying out 20. I'm currently being paid 23% as far as what I'm actually making out of AdSense Media. Yeah, that's an epic one.
Right.
Are you seeing this? What is going on, man? Are these real? Are the donations real, man? What is happening? Thank you, man. Oh, God. Whoa. So, super cool, man. Just super, super cool. So this is a scenario where we have a YouTuber that's literally kind of sticking up for... I wouldn't say I'm a small channel, but he's definitely looking out for another channel that's in the same category here. You can't fake the super chat. See, that's something I like. That's crazy. So that's like 100% legit. Wow. Like I had to come over to my phone and check out the stream. Mind blowing. Honestly, and this is the incentive that I have to keep doing this, guys. Like hardcore, this is it's an eye opener. When something like this happens, I'm just like, I mean, I got chills right now. I'm telling you, I have chills. Like if you can see the goosebumps on my arm right now, I have goosebumps on my arm from that. But this is what I know. I know that the 3 videos that I'm doing as far as AdSense Media goes, I know how much it could help somebody in the future to make that kind of money that I'm currently making. You gotta be kidding me, man. What is going on? Is this really happening? What is going on? Oh my God. I'm losing it right now. Oh, you're joking, right? Like, oh, epic stream. Wow. What is going on, man? Thank you very, very, very much, man. Man. I gotta pause, man. Jeez, dude. Wow, thank you very, very, very much, man. Thank you very much. This is it's the incentive that I have, man, to keep going forward. Keep going forward. Do not give up on YouTube. If this is it, man, if you have a dream here, if you have a dream to make something a reality for yourself, do not give up. Like, this is the only thing I could say to any of the other phone farming channels, even the ones that, you know, it's like, that had their issues. Like, guys, don't give up on this. If you have a passion here, go for it.
All right.
I'm losing it, man. Oh, wow, man. Dude, what's going on? I've never seen anything like that in my life. Man, I don't know what else to say, but thank you. Like, thank you. It's all going to go to, like, just only good things. It's only going to go to good things. Guys, you guys know I have a $100 giveaway that's going on right now. So, like, this is just like, this is lots of love, man. An immense amount of love. So I really, really appreciate it. Can I ask you, like, how long have you been watching this channel? Have you kind of seen, like, where we've gone from, like, point A to point B? And, man, I wouldn't, if he's doing this, that's his money. Like, it's got to be his money, you know? Man, that's so appreciated. That's crazy. What? I know that as far as YouTube goes, they take like 30%. So, but irregardless, man. Hey, man, love your channel. Keep it up, bro. I appreciate that, man. Guys, everybody show this guy some love. Share the love back to him, definitely. Check out his channel. Subscribe to his channel. God, that's interesting. You watched my first video. It's crazy, man. Let's say it's been like 8 months we've had this channel, 8 to 9 months. It really goes to show. Like, I'm not sure how much space there is for, like, phone farming channels right now, but I do know that if you put your whole being into this, if you work on your channel, this is what I think happens, guys. I think that people eventually they begin to see that you've done these kinds of things. You're out here. If you have good information for people, I'm not always perfect. You know, I've had my slip ups as far as videos that I've done. I'm not always perfect. But I feel like I have put out a lot of information that has helped people to make money. So, and I think that at the end of the day, it speaks for itself. When you have a person that's like, hey, I'm going to show you guys how to do a Get Paid To website. And this is the biggest thing that I was trying to talk about before I close out the stream. When you have somebody that's showing someone how to possibly make $200 to $1,000 a month here off of doing something like this, and I was saying that the 23% that I actually get, I'm making a couple of $100 or more each month out of my website, and I would like to see other people do the same thing for themselves. That is the biggest thing. So it's not about, like, when you have these channels that are currently, once again, I'm not gonna bash the tech slugs. I'm really caught up right now. Like, that threw me off hardcore. But the tech slugs, I'd like to see him possibly talk about doing something like this. I don't think it's ever going to happen from his channel. I don't think the tech slugs that will ever happen. But this is a gap as far as YouTube and information that surrounds making websites like these. There's no good information. So I wanted to bring you guys that information for doing something like this for yourself. So whew. I was about to close out the stream. I'm getting donations, man. Oh, man. Thank you. Thank you, man. Oh, man. Man, you enjoy your day as well, too? like I said, if you ever need anything whatsoever, do not hesitate to just, you tell me what you need, and I will do whatever I have within my ability to provide whatever you could possibly need. Information as far as like how I'm doing what I'm doing. And maybe if you'd like to set up a website like this or something in the future, all I know is like, as far as what I do, man, all of the information I do know, I'm happy to share it with you. Thank you very much for those donations. So there's been a gap in people donating, and I'm pretty sure I know why, but it's like, but even with the gap, I'll say this, nothing is going to make me give up here. I'm here to stay. I haven't slept, guys, and I'm here doing these streams, so for you guys. So, but very, very appreciate it. I think this is definitely where I'll probably close out the stream. That's the best note that we can leave it on. I will be back with more information for setting up a website like this, and no doubt in my mind, it should be within the next week and a half. I will have both of the videos as far as setting up a website like this, and yeah, we'll keep going here. I have tons of other videos that are planned out as far as applications go, and also I'm working towards possibly doing some unboxing videos very, very soon in the future. So a couple of months from now, like final notes here, a couple of months from now, I will have my student loans. I want to do some unboxing videos here on my channel to just show you guys some random tech, things that kind of center around the things that I enjoy, just random products I may pick up. We'll get them up here on the channel. And of course, phone farming will pay for some of these products. So definitely everything that I'm doing here is helping to pay for a lot of this stuff. But wow. Well, thank you for everybody's support here. And definitely another shout out to iOS Gaming Cash Tech right there. Check out his channel, guys. He's obviously a really cool dude. To do something like that, you have to be cool. And on that note, that's where I'll leave it.